Elgar'nan Etishan. Yukiro here, and today I'm going to discuss more about the Elven Pantheon known as the Nuvenaris, or the creators by modern elves. They are comprised of 5 gods and 4 goddesses. So, the Pantheon is led by Elgar'nan, the All-Father, the eldest of the Sun, and he who overthrew his father. He represents the god of fatherhood and vengeance. The other pantheon that leads the gods is Fen'Harel, the protector and the All-Mother, and goddess of love. She represents motherhood and justice. Then there is also Falon'Din, the god of death and fortune, who guides the dead to the beyond, which is kind of like heaven for the elves. He is a twin, and the 2 brothers are the eldest of Elgar'nan and Fen'Harel. Ghilan'nain is the other twin brother and the god of secrets and knowledge, and master of the ravens' fear and deceit. He gave the elves the gift of knowledge, and taught them loyalty and faith in family. Fen'Harel is the goddess of the hunt, also known as Blood and Force, and the Great Hunter. And then there is Slice, the Hearthkeeper. She is the goddess of all domestic arts and sister of Fen'Harel. Slice gave the elves fire and taught them how to weave thread and rope, and how to use herbs and magic for healing. June is the master of the crafts. He is described either as a brother to Fen'Harel and Slice, or as Slice's husband, although it is uncertain which is correct. He taught the elves to make bows, arrows, and knives to help hunt Fen'Harel's gifts. Then you have Ghilan'nain, who is often called the mother of the Hala. Hala are white, deer-like creatures, revered by the Dalish. The Hala are used to pull their aravels, which are their homes, or otherwise known as landships. The Hala are not commanded like humans command a horse, but are allowed to wander, and are thanked by the elves that they allow them to take their aravels with them. Ghilan'nain is the goddess of navigation. And lastly, there is Fen'Harel, the Dreadwolf. He is a trickster god of the Elven Pantheon, who is thought to be the betrayer of the benevolent creators and the malefic forgotten ones. This is the only explanation most elves have for the destruction of Arlathan. Many Dalish clans view him with wariness and seek to protect themselves and their kin from his treachery. Solus, an elven team member in the Inquisition, claims he was actually the god of rebellion, and not betrayal. There is also references in elven mythology to another group of gods called the Forgotten Ones, who are the enemies of the Elven Pantheon. Dalish legends say that Fen'Harel was the only one able to walk freely between the 2 clans, as each thought of him as one of their own. Although the Elven Pantheon are thought to be credited with creating the gifts of the world, and in some cases for recreating the world itself, they too were born of the earth and not considered to have created the world initially. So many elves believe the Fade, or to them the Beyond, is a holy place, where their gods are trapped in the Eternal City. If I recall, the enemy gods were also trapped, but below the earth and not in the Fade, although I could be remembering that wrong. No one really knows how the gods were worshipped before the humans appeared in Thedas, except that they had temples and guards which wore specifically made armour. Tales tell of how the elves lost their immortality, and they believed the presence of humans, or quicklings in their terms, were the cause. They also call them the Shemlin, which is, Elvish for quickly or swiftly. Thinking this, they attempted to isolate themselves and believed their gods had judged them unworthy of their long lives and cast them down among the quicklings. However, this was discredited by Solus. The Dalish have a little poem which they say to remind themselves of what they lost, and that they will continue to recall the odd law. We are the Dalish, keepers of the lost law. walkers of the lonely path. We are the last of the Elgar'nan, and never again shall we submit. Thank you for watching my video on the Elven Pantheon. I've always loved the lore for the elves in Dragon Age, and the many theories surrounding them. I've recently set up a Ko-fi for any donations if you'd like to support me and my content. You do not have to donate, as watching, subscribing, liking and commenting, all those good things, will help support my channel. But I've put up the option for those who wish to show some extra love. I'll leave the link down below. Again, thank you. I do really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!